July will be the toughest month so far for the frontrunner players, especially with so many good banners are around and not enough carrots. I will give my thoughts regarding the Summer Maru and Tachyon banner on what I think is the most optimal way to spend your carrots as a frontrunner player next month. First of all, I want to set the bar or target for each card before we talk about the carrot spending. Let's take a look at this comparison of Summer Maru's support card. As we can see here at Zero Limit Break, Summer Maru is actually already really good as she has already her 25% training effectiveness. She gets quite a bit an upgrade on 1 limit break with an additional power bonus. 2 LB almost gives nothing, and the next big upgrade is at 3 LB where it unlocks mood bonus. It's quite obvious that the stopping point will be either 0 LB or 1 LB for the low spenders. Getting hit with no mood bonus sucks, but it's not the end of the world. She will still perform just fine at low limit break like 1 LB. I will set the target for the context of this video as 1 limit break Summer Maru. As for Tachyon, one of the main reasons this card is really strong is the high skill point bonus which it gives to at max limit break. You're kinda missing a lot without her max limit break on the card. Even though her training effects at lower LB is good still, there is a reason why Sweep Tosho SR card is highly regarded as a good speed filler card even with 1 SP and quite decent trainings. So yes, as for this card, it's kinda MLB or bust. Lastly, Light Hello. I'm certain that you guys have played Unity Cup and experienced the night and day difference of having Rico or not in your deck. Well, Light Hello also does the same in the Grain Life scenario. So yes, this card is actually more important than Speed Tachyon I would say if you want to play the Grand Life scenario. If we compare the limit break power of this card, the noticeable jumps are 1 LB and 2 LB where it gets 5 training effectiveness each. I would say 2 LB is the stopping point for this card where she have 10% training effectiveness and most of the effects already. 3 LB and upwards only give minor upgrades that are really not worth that much. I also want to note a little bit on our version Light Hello versus SSR version Light Hello, since we were able to cope with our Rico somehow on the Unity Cup scenario. I believe this is not the case with Light Hello. You will be missing one of the best gold skill in the game for free, that is, See Ya Later or the gold version of Playtime's Over. Although, however, if you get unlucky with the banner rolls and you somehow end up with 0 Light Halo SSR copies and just happen to have MLB or Light Halo just lying around, it's definitely better than nothing. Now, with this target in mind, I also want to set the priorities for the cards. It will be in the order of Light Halo comes first and followed by the other two speed cards. Okay, enough yapping for the context, let's get into the pool plan. If you are a player with less than a spark that is 200 rolls or 3000 carrots, please just skip the Summer Maru banner and dump it all on the Tachyon banner. Light Hello support card takes priority over the speed card which is borrowable. It definitely feels awful to have your support card slot being locked to the friend card or borrowing a Light Hello card, so I definitely recommend on sparking Tachyon banner just to get Light Hello. So wait, Dardil, do you mean I should just give up on running front since I will not have Summer Marzensky speed card? Well, actually no. On the third part of 1.5 anniversary event, we will get a free support card selector ticket which will let you pick any support card up to the Summer Maru banner. You can grab your 0 limit break Summer Maru here. This will free up your deck from borrowing Summer Maru and Light Hello. I also want to note why this strategy will work pretty good because roughly about 1 month after the Tachyon banner ends, we will get a rerun of the Summer Marzensky and the Fine Motion banner, which is a super good banner by the way. Especially if you don't have Fine Motion at MLB, she is one of the best with card in the game right now. So just drop 150 rolls alongside the given free 50 rolls on the Tachyon banner to secure Light Hello. If you then have enough carrots to try again for the Summer Maru rerun with Fine Motion, then definitely go for it. The best case scenario from this would of course be you winning the lottery and hit like MLB Tachyon in 200 rolls, or simply just getting 2 LB Light Hello and you can then borrow a MLB Tachyon. In the worst case scenario where you get nothing, that is 0 both on the Tachyon card and the Light Hello card in 200 rolls, I wish none of us will get hit by this, then I'll just simply spark Light Hello and call it a day because at the end of the day, she will help you through the current life scenario. Let's talk more about the players who have 2 sparks saved. That is roughly 60k carats worth. I believe this is where pretty much a lot of us who have been careful with the pool plannings are. This will open up a lot of new opportunities since we are more flexible with the roles. There is 2 ways to go about this. If you are really impatient and is very patient, the optimal route will be of course just skipping the first Summer Maru and banner. This is because you will still need to take into account the pedlocks on your rolls for the Tachyon banner and gauge how many rolls you are left here with. The best case scenario would be, of course, you get MLB Tachyon as fast as possible and have leftover for the Finemo Summer Maru banner. And as for the impatient route, it is simply just rolling until you get your first Summer Maru copy and then stop. Then you just dump the rest of the rolls into the Tachyon banner. This worked pretty well, keeping in mind that we have the support card exchange ticket for free, so we already secured our 1 limit break Summer Maru, which is the safe point where she performs good enough. This is more risky because, well, if you get unlucky and you go up to 200 rolls for the Summer Maru banner, you have a riskier outcome from the Tachyon banner. Also, before I talk about the worst case scenario for these 2 Sparks Haver, I want to present to you the cheat code. I'm pretty sure most of us have been playing the game and doing the story event diligently, and thus we have a rainbow crystal lying around in our inventory. This will be a huge factor in changing the pool plan. Remember that we get a free support card ticket from the third part anniversary event? If you combine that with a rainbow shard, you will get the outcome of 1 limit break Summer Maru without even rolling for her. This makes the whole thing super easy because you can simply just dump it all on the Agnes Tachyon and Light Halo banner without a single worry in the world. Okay, now let's talk about the worst outcome, wherein 2 sparks you get 0 Tachyon and 0 Light Halo. I would definitely go for 1 LB Light Halo here since there is no chance you will get your Tachyon to MLB anyway. You are going to be stuck boring her, it is the unfortunate reality, and you have to accept it. If you also happen to only get 1 copy of Light Halo and 0 Tachyon, going for 2 LB Light Halo will be the optimal play here. In any case, the goal can change depending on your luck on how many Tachyon and Light Halo copies you can get. If you are nowhere near MLBing the Tachyon, let's say you only get 1 or 2 copies while spending all your 400 rolls here, then just get your Light Halo to 2 LB and call it a day. You're gonna be stuck borrowing the Tachyon. However, things get more interesting when you get like 3 copies of Tachyon, for example. This is the starting point where you can consider MLBing her. Let's say I have 3 copies of Tachyon and 0 Light Hello. This is a tough decision between MLBing Tachyon and having no Light Hello. In this case, I will go for MLB Tachyon here and just getting Borrow Lock on Light Hello for the rest of scenario. Tachyon will stay a bit longer further than current life scenario in usability terms, while Light Hello just becomes unusable, so Tachyon simply wins here. I think I do not need to explain further if you were on the luckier side where you get more copies of both cards, but just remember about the stopping point of the card, that is 2 LB for Light Hello and MLB for Tachyon. I also want to be a bit honest here that for most of us, we will spend like all our 400 rolls on the Agnes Tachyon and Light Hello banner. The people that gets the liberty to roll on the Summer Maru and Fine banner are those lucksuckers who get MLB Tachyon in a single spark, and that is why the free ticket plus crystal shard method will be a huge lifesaver and will remove your headache. If you have 3 sparks or more, I'm pretty sure there's not much of these people out there, but the same concept still applies from the 2 sparks haver. Obviously, you can go with the optimal route of being patient and dumping all your rolls on the Tachyon banner first and seeing how many rolls you have left. If you have 3 spark or more, usually you have been saving up a lot and you actually never pulled on any banners yet, meaning you don't have a good set of cards in your inventory. Either that or you're a whale and have lots of paid cards saved up. Either way, if you are the one with no good cards yet, I'll suggest rolling until MLB Tachyon so you at least have a good speed card that will last a couple of scenarios. And if you're the other type, which is the space whale with unlimited carrots, well, I don't think you need any advice from me. Some closing thoughts from me. I feel like the first Summer Marzenski banner is kind of a bait unless you are really impatient on trying it out as soon as possible. There is just so much factor with the run banner because it will give you a better cards that is fine motion if you do not have a good with card as well. And also the risk factor of ruining your savings for the Tachyon and Light Hello banner. Anyways, I hope this will help your pool planning on July because it's definitely a hard one to manage your carrot savings. As always, thanks for watching and I'll catch you guys in the next one.